interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Those of you betting John would not be here, that is why we're doing an hour show today. We're not doing two. We're easing back into things. It's been 3 weeks. We've been off the last 2 weeks. Of course you'd take that bet because I already told you John's not coming. And Jasmine in the comments, in the chat, she says $5 no John. And then I explained John is not coming today. And Laura's like, I'll take that bet. But you don't need to take that bet because I can tell you that John's not coming. And John is also the reason we didn't do a show last week. So, yeah, there's that. I've been off a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks ago, I got... oh, that's right. I'm not wearing a hat. What the fuck? I wasn't even thinking about it. It's been 3 weeks since I've done a show. I'm like, is this working? Is this working? Is this working? Okay, good. Everything's working. Not even realize I didn't even put on a hat. Anyway. Yes. $5 credit in the ThinkSoJoE store. So a couple of weeks ago, we took the week off because I had contractors coming over to put in my, what do you call it? Central air. And, fine, I'll find a hat. Hold on here. I got you. There, is that better? Is that better? Anyway. I guess no, John, but who the fuck is this guy? So we got the central air put in. I knew they were coming Tuesday, Wednesday, so I didn't know when they were going to need me and also how loud these dudes were going to be. Which, shout out to those guys whose company name I can't think of off the top of my head. T-Mark, Heating and Plumbing. Those guys showed up, and they were quiet as fuck. Like, I barely even knew they were here, except I saw their trucks out in the driveway. Like, they were quiet. Yeah, I know about the weird guy. Anyway. But yeah, those guys, they were quiet. And, like, I told the dude, like, the first day after he left, I'm like, dude, you guys are the quietest contractors I think my landlady's ever hired. And he goes, oh, man, yeah, we just don't want to bother anybody. We know people are working. I'm like, damn, but yeah, but, like, you know, I expect some noise. And the guy's like, oh, well, you know, we'll just turn up our rock music tomorrow. I said, yeah, man, turn it up. He said, we were listening to Ozzy earlier. I'm like, I thought I heard some Ozzy. Turn that shit up. And then they didn't. I wouldn't have had time to set up for the show had we stayed. Like, had we decided to do a show, because I had to wait and let them, you know, into the house so they could set up the thermostat. And then they're like, oh, we'll be right back. Then I'm waiting 20 minutes and they come back. Oh, we'll be right back. Wait another 20 minutes. They come back. Oh, we'll be right back. And then they don't come back. Like, the only reason I even knew they left is because I saw their truck was gone. And then I didn't lock my door for like 2 weeks. I realized, like, maybe it was like a week. I don't know. Last time I went to do laundry, I was like, oh shit, my door's unlocked. What the fuck? When the hell was the last time I went out this door? Like, oh, it was when the contractors were here. So we got central air in here. It's still warm in the studio, but that's because there's like all this gear and all the lights going. But anyway, so yeah, that was all, you know, we were all ready to go, and we were going to come back last week, but then John got a concussion. This happened last Tuesday, I think. He ran directly into a pole. He said it was a padded pole. Not that that makes a difference, because the pole ain't going nowhere. Your brain is. So John's got a concussion. He was hoping to be better by this week. His doctor even said, he'll probably be fine by Monday. Because it was only a minor concussion. He's going to be okay. But he will hopefully be back next week. He told me yesterday he wasn't coming today, and I just didn't get around to actually finding anybody to cover for him. So here I am. By myself, 1 hour show today. We're going to play music every 15 minutes instead of every 30. Good music coming up today. Found some good bands. Sounds like John walking into a... He didn't walk into a... He ran, like, full speed into a beam. Like, boom. And, like, he didn't get knocked out. He drove home. He called me the next day. He's like, hey, buddy, explaining it to me. Like, explaining what his symptoms are. Like, he bumped his head, and then he was, like, nauseous, and he had a headache. And I'm like, dude, you have a concussion. You should probably go to the hospital. He's like, oh, yeah, that's what Jill and my mom both said, too. I'm like, are you going to listen to me? He's like, yeah, I'm going to go. So then I stayed on the phone with him while he drove himself to the hospital with a head injury. Probably not the smartest idea, but he made it okay. And he called me as soon as he was done. Yeah, I have a concussion. They told me to rest and drink lots of water. I said, John, they told me to rest and drink lots of fluids. I said, John, by fluids, they don't mean Pepsi, right? He said, I can't drink Pepsi? Like, no, John, you can drink Pepsi. Just make sure water is the thing you're drinking more of. So, yeah, John got a concussion, didn't go to the hospital until I told him to. But he's okay. He's going to be okay. They told him, just stay resting, rest until, take another week. So hopefully by next Tuesday, he'll be better and he'll be back on the show on Wednesday next week. If not, I might do this 1 hour deal again. So Dr. Pepper, no, not Dr. Pepper either. John was once told by doctors to stop drinking Coke, so he switched to Pepsi. This is a true story. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on the air. John, if you're watching, I'm sorry for outing you like that, brother. Yeah, anyway. But yes, John is recovering at home. John will be okay. John will be missing auditions for Living Brain Dead singers. So I got to figure that out. But we're doing that soon. Very soon. However, not the reason we're doing an hour show today. Today I'm doing an hour because I wanted to ease back into it. I figure we're not going to have a lot of our regulars in the chat either today. Next week, John should wear a cone like a dog. Oh, there's John. John's in the chat. He says he's watching. Yeah, John, that sounds like a good idea. It could be part of his recovery. That sounds like a good idea. John, you should wear a cone next week. Like a dog. Hey, speaking of dogs, so maybe a week ago, my landlady posts like, "Oh, I found this dog in my neighborhood. He's wearing a collar, but he's not chipped. He's not fixed. I don't know whose dog he is. If anybody knows whose dog he is, or anybody wants to, claim him, just let me know." And like 200 people shared this post, right? And nobody responds. Like nobody says, "Oh, it's my dog," like. So I see my landlady yesterday. She's got this dog on a leash. I said, you never found an owner for him, huh? She told me, like, no, it was people down the street. They didn't even know he was gone for 4 days. They were just keeping him tied up outside in the heat. And, the neighbor was going over and giving him food and water. So I'm just going to keep him. So, yeah, landlady's got a new dog now. His name's Winston. Anyway. Yeah. So that happened. There's a new dog in my house. Went and saw Everclear a couple of weeks ago over at the Erie County Fair. So last year was like the first time I went to the Erie County Fair in forever. And I'm like wandering around and I'm wandering around this year and it's like, it is the exact same layout. Everything is in the exact same place it was last year. Like every single booth is in the same spot. And I'm just like, okay, well, I can find my way around the fair. And as I'm crossing through one of the art exhibits, just looking at some of the art, because obviously I've been doing a lot of art, I saw somebody local painted a portrait of Amy from the Interrupters. And I am in the Interrupters fan group, so I went in the Interrupters fan group and I shared it there, and I keep getting notifications. It's been 2.5 weeks, and I'm still getting notifications about this post in the Interrupters fan group. So, yeah, kind of went a little viral there. But yeah, and then Everclear went and put on a good show. There was a lot of little kids there with no earplugs, and I'm saying, like, if you're sitting up at the grandstand, that's probably fine, but if you're sitting 5 rows from the speaker, you should probably make sure your kids at least have hearing protection. I don't give a fuck about the adults, man. Like I can sit here and shout till my breath is gone, till my voice is hoarse, and tell everybody they need to wear earplugs, but there's always going to be grown-ass men, hey, Ladles, there's always going to be grown-ass men jumping in my fucking comments like, oh, you're a fucking pussy for telling them kids to wear earplugs. Like, no, dude, their parents fucking suck for not, like, and I get, like, you've been at the fair all day, you want to go see the show, but, like, sit somewhere where it's not so loud. Yeah, I know I can turn off notifications for posts. I should do that at some point. Because I've gotten 400 and something fucking likes on this post. What do I got? There's like 400 and something likes on this post. Oh no, it's 395. It's almost 400. Ooh, what happened? I clicked off the page I was on. That's what happened. Okay, anyway. Ear safety is safety. Yes. That's just, like, I'm done telling adults to wear earplugs. Because it is always, anytime I post about, hey, wear earplugs, especially after what happened with Jill, right? Every time I post, hey, wear earplugs, wear hearing protection, it's important, it's always the same grown-ass men, oh, you fucking pussy, I'm never going to wear earplugs. I've been wearing earplugs I've been going to concerts for 30 years, I haven't worn earplugs, I'm already deaf, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, okay, but I'm not worried about you going deaf at this point. Like, after what happened to Jill, I'm worried about you never being able to listen to music again. Like, that shit's eye-opening. What happened to her was, like, nerve damage. She can't, her loudness levels are very low. We should start an earplug nonprofit plugs for thugs. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Once you hit 18, that's your hearing. Do what you want. But if you're a parent bringing a kid to a show, the kids need that hearing protection. Like, I get it's not always an ideal situation to be, but, like, these dudes that I was talking to both had their 11-year-olds with them, right? Being deaf and going to music events is a good way to waste money. Yes. Maximo's hearing is fucked. Yeah. Dude, these dudes that I was talking to that were there with their kids, they were like, yeah, man, this is, we go to all the concerts. I go see every band. I've seen this band and that band, and we're sharing concert stories and shit. And then I realized their kids aren't wearing fucking earplugs. I ain't gonna say shit to them. I ain't trying to start a fight with nobody. But come on, man. They were there to see the band. They weren't there for the fair. They were there to see the band. Sitting 4 or 5 rows from the stage. No fucking hearing protection on anybody but me. I'm like the only person wearing earplugs there. But it's always the same grown ass fucking men telling me, oh, you're a pussy for fucking wearing earplugs. Like, Dude, I went 25 years without wearing fucking earplugs. Now I want to make sure I can fucking still go to concerts in another 25 years, you know? But yeah, we're going to go to a song break now, because every 15 minutes this time, because we're doing an hour show today. One time I put the headset on in the vocal booth after Maximo and almost lost my hearing. Yeah, you got to start those headphone volumes down on 0 and then turn them up. Like, these are set. I don't need to worry about it because it's my studio. They're my headphones. Nobody else uses these headphones, so I know what the volume level is. And they're probably louder than they need to be because, quite frankly, I did 25 years of concerts without music, without hearing protection, earplugs. Anyway, so coming up on Friday, it is $5 Friday at the Bug Jar in Rochester. That's at 219 Monroe Avenue in Rochester, New York. They do this once a month, $5 for a few bands. Nice little throwback to pre-pandemic local show prices. This week they're featuring the Electric Spiders, Vicious Fishes, and Meow Meow. You think Meow Meow would eat the Vicious Fishes and probably the Electric Spiders too? But do the Electric Spiders electrocute Meow Meow? I don't know. $5 cover, 8 p.m. doors, 21 at the door. That is this Friday night at the Bug Jar. And this is Vicious Fishes on all WNY. Think So Joe Show, the song called Fix Me Up.
Fix me up, Jack. Got this pain in the small of my back. My back is really killing. Anything Tylenol, penicillin. Advil's damn appealing. Fix me up, Jack. Got this pain in the small of my back. I'm headed straight for tragedy. Even consider broccoli. Not a single cure occurs to me. Tried everything in the snake oil sack to cure this pain in the small of my back. It's a shame, I know it's true. From ages 6 to 10 I hardly grew. Illness is all true. Fix me up, Stan. Got this pain in the small of my back. Gone. Got this pain in the small of my back. My back is really killing. Anything Tylenol, penicillin. Advil's damn appealing. Fix me up, Jack. Got this pain in the small of my back. I'm headed straight for tragedy. Even consider broccoli. Not a single cure occurs to me. I've tried everything in the snake oil sack to cure this pain in the small of my back. It's a shame, I know it's true. From ages 6 to 10 I hardly grew. Wellness is all true. Fix me up, Stan. Got this pain in the small of my back.
Vicious Fishes on all WNY Think So Joe Show. That song was called Fix Me Up, and you can catch them at the Bug Jar for $5 Friday this week with the Electric Spiders and Meow Meow. And that's, again, a $5 cover, 8 p.m. doors, 21 at the door, 21 plus, 219 Monroe Avenue, Rochester. So if you're in the area and you're looking for something to do, there's a couple of bands to go see. Very interesting lineup as far as the names of the bands, but that's observations I can only make as I am playing the songs and reading the descriptions on the show. Insert accidental song cover from Freaky Friday. Yes, that did happen once. here's the thing, like, if I don't know it's a cover song, I don't know it's a cover song, and I don't know not to play it. So, which is what happened when I played, geez, who the heck was that? Can't remember the name of the band. They, because we were promoting their last show with their then current lineup. Yes, I did change my hat. Very observant. They're not that different of hats. But I did. I changed my hat. They're both Buffalo Sabres hats, though. This one fits better. What the heck? Star Theory. That was the name of the band. I didn't realize that it was a cover until I played it, and John was like, this is a cover. Joe, what's your favorite Grand Theft Auto game and why? You know, I never really got into that series. And I think the reason being is I started with GTA 1 way back on the regular PlayStation, which was like not very good compared to like the later. Yes, I changed from a blue hat to a blue hat. GTA 1 was like terrible compared to like later games like GTA 3 and Vice City and all that stuff. So I never really got into it. Like I own GTA 5, I think, but I don't even think I've played it once. Like I got it for free. And I was like, I'll download that for free. I'll play it sometime, and then just never got around to it because like the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 came out around the same time. And now I've got Tony Hawk 3 and 4, and that's all I've been playing. When I'm playing video games, lately I've just been doing a lot of artwork. Joe, what's your favorite My Little Pony game? It's times like this I wish Mark Noyce were still with us, because I would just ask him for his and reply with that. So, but I can say with absolute certainty I've never played a My Little Pony game. When did 3 and 4 come out? Last month. Came out in July. July 11th, I think, was the actual release date. It's if you have Xbox and you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass. So you don't even have to I didn't even have to pay for it. Which is great, because I know the Mortal Kombat collection's not going to be on Game Pass, so I'm going to have to actually shell out money for that. But yeah, 3 and 4 has been out for over a month now. Took a little getting used to, because I'm not I played 3 a lot, and I owned 4, but I never really played it that much. What's your favorite 2010s jazzy album? Jazz album? I don't know if I've listened to any jazz albums released in the 2010s. I own some jazz albums, but they're all from like the 70s. Or probably earlier. Yeah, Tony Hawk 3 and 4 took some getting used to, because I'm so used to the levels in 1 and 2. Because I would replay that all the time. Like I started new accounts just to start over and play it again. 3 and 4 took a little while to get used to the level design, and I still don't have them down where I could do like speed runs with them. But like I'm starting to learn the layout of all the levels and be actually pretty good at it. But I haven't been playing recently because I've been doing a lot of my artwork and stuff. So like when I have downtime, I'm like, ooh, let me get a canvas out. Got one working on right here, but you'll see that in a couple of, probably tomorrow. You'll see that. Because after the show, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back to work on that. This is what I did yesterday. To the mask. So, yeah, I was kind of like, I did the Joker paintings, and then I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, I had no plan. And I'm also like trying to buy new equipment so I can do bigger stencils, and I want to do bigger stencils, I want to do bigger canvases, and I want to be able to do like murals and shit. And I'm not gonna do it with my little 12-inch cutter. So So right now I'm kind of like not buying any more material. I've got a 7-pack of canvases or something. Plus I have a black canvas that I want to do something special on that I'm going to probably do tomorrow. And once those canvases are gone, I'm going to try and get the bigger machine so I can do bigger canvases, bigger projects, and just hopefully improve my art a little more, because that's all I've been doing the last like 2 weeks, not doing the shows and everything. Do I think a silent album would work? Not anymore. Not anymore, because Spotify now has checks in place. You cannot upload an entirely silent album because people have done that before and made a shit ton of money off of it. Because it games the system. You upload that, people just put it on in the background. There's no sound playing, but technically the songs are playing. So people just put them on repeat, and people were making tons of money off it. Now Spotify does not allow you to do that. So yes, a silent album would have worked. However, now that it has worked, it's never going to work again. So, but that's an excellent question, because it's been done. That is why it's an excellent question. I got all kinds of stuff on my desk. I fidget with everything. Like, I'm sitting at work and I got an Apple Pencil in my hand. Why do I have an Apple Pencil in my hand while I'm doing voiceovers? I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I got me an Apple Pencil. I was doing some digital art, because I can. I have a drawing tablet somewhere, and I have the pen. The pen is on my desk, but I don't know where the drawing tablet is. And so I was like watching a lot of art videos because I want to improve my art. Joe named 6 colors. What am I, John? Red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, violet. We literally play a band on this show sometimes called Roy G. Biv. So I'm pretty sure I know more than 6 colors. You can literally see I own more than 6 colors of paint. My paint is on camera right now. Yeah, been doing a lot of artwork, I've seen a lot of bands in the last 2 weeks. 3 weeks since we've been on the air. Mostly because I went to Buffalo Ska Fest last weekend. With no plan to go to Buffalo Ska Fest, which was, as far as I know, sold out. I had no plan. I got done with work on Friday. And I had realized Friday morning that Ska Fest was Friday, Saturday, and not Saturday, Sunday. Laura, those are shades, not colors. They're all 4 of those are shades of the same color. And one of those is the absence of color. Anyway. So I got done with work on Friday, realized, oh shit, Ska Fest is tonight. Figured I could make it there, only miss one, maybe the first band. So I shaved, showered, got dressed, sat down at my desk, and realized one of my friends was giving away a ticket. Like, hey, how much you want for that? And they said, dude, just take it. I said, okay. So I went Friday night, first night of Buffalo Ska Fest. Buy our merch, by the way. And then as the night was winding down, I'm like, I wonder if I could get in tomorrow. I don't know if they're sold out or not. So I went and I asked. And everybody's asking everybody else because nobody knows if they're sold out or not. So finally, they just told me, Joe, it's you. Just show up. We're not going to tell you to go home. Favorite Pokemon game on the X station. What is this? What do you got? Gamecast? Like in Malibu's Most Wanted? I told you I got Gamecast. I can't afford it. X Station 360. So Saturday morning, I walk in, or Saturday afternoon, I walk into Ironworks like, hey, they told me I could come in regardless of if you're sold out. Really? Who told you that? Like, and I've never like actually talked to the, like, I know who the girl is who told me that. I've just never actually had to say her name out loud, so I didn't know what people call her. And so they're like, who the fuck are you even talking about? And finally they're like, oh, that's who you mean. Okay, yes, you can come in. And I'm like, all right, how much? And then I dropped $50 to go see a shit ton of ska bands, including Big D and the Kids Table, which was pretty damn cool. And if you want to spend money and go see bands, you can do so Saturday night at the Bug Jar in Rochester. This one is not a $5 one, though. This is a $10 one. It is Eyes Turn Blue, All Day Future, and Lithocut. It's a $10 cover, 21 plus at the door, 18 to 20-year-old entry available with an advance ticket, which is available at bugjar.com until 12:30 p.m. the day of the show, which is typically how Bugjar does things. It's 8 p.m. doors, 9 p.m. music, and this is Eyes Turn Blue, and this song is called I Remember on All WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
So far, will I even know your name? It's difficult to see you there.
Eyes Turn Blue on all WNY Think So Joe show. That song called I Remember. And you can catch them at the Bug Jar this Saturday night. And that's a $10 cover. All Day Future and Light the Cut, the other bands on the bill. And that's 219 Monroe Avenue in Rochester. Don't worry, the next two shows will be in Buffalo. We only did 2 Rochester shows, Bug Jar shows this week. You know what's crazy is last week, like, I sat down, like, who would I have played on the show? And then it's like, oh shit, there's like all these shows happening that we could play on the show and talk about. And like, I didn't do a show. I don't even think I stayed home. I don't even remember what I did Wednesday. I think I went out and bought art supplies or some shit. I have no idea. But, yeah, anyway. Apparently my YouTube buttons are working again, too, so I was able to hit the Laura Said Music Drink button, and it worked, and you can go buy the t-shirt. The link is in the chat if you're on YouTube. So... going backward, GTA 1 is almost unplayable. I didn't even see that comment. It's from 15 minutes ago. I just saw it on my Facebook. What would I have played on? Last week we would have played Little Liar. We would have played Goodbye Metro. We would have played one of the bands on the Buffalo Ska Fest, which again, I got to see Big D and the Kids Table for the first time, which was really cool. And I had no, like I walked up to the stage and I was like right at the guardrail, and then I'm like, wait a second, I don't know any of these dudes' songs. So I'm gonna be standing here just like not knowing any of the fucking words, and like, you know, so I walked back and I met up with my friends from Utica, Ashlyn and Matt, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know any of their songs, so I figured I'd come back here instead of taking up a spot on the guardrail for somebody who actually like knows who these guys are and knows their music, right? So, the crowd was nuts. Like, I thought I was gonna get like hurt because of where I was standing, because it's at Ironworks and there's like the tables around the poles there. And I was like leaning up against one of them, so I thought like I was gonna get like crushed by you know, somebody in the circle pit, because they started going crazy, man, like super into the band. And finally, I managed to get a good spot where I wasn't, you know, where I didn't think I was gonna get hurt, and then I got knocked over and I scratched my thumb on something, but luckily no blood. Don't need no tetanus shots or nothing, I don't think. So, and then there was this one dude just being like really fucking creepy in the pit to like these 2 younger girls, and there's just a bunch of us just kind of standing around just watching this guy. Like, does he know them? Do they know him? Are they okay? Like, but somebody got security and got that dude out of there, and we're all just like, good, get him out of here. Joe, should Britney Spears music now be categorized as classical music? I mean, it's over 30 years old, right? So it's not over 30 years old. It's almost 30 years old. Why not? I don't know about classical, but classic, yes. It's weird to me sometimes that, like, when I was growing up in the 80s, the music on the oldies station was from the 50s, which was 30 years prior. And now it's 30 years later, 40 years later from the 80s songs. But the songs that were the amount of time between those songs that were on the oldies station and the time that I was hearing them, like when they came out and when I you know, when they were on the oldies station when I was a kid, is the same amount of time all the songs I loved have been out. So the music I love is considered oldies. And that would include like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and Eminem and, you know, Spice Girls and all them, like classic hits. It's nuts to me to think like Smells Like Teen Spirit has been around for 34 years now. Like Green Day's Dookie came out 30 years ago. American Idiot came out 20 years ago, like 21 years ago. Like, this shit is nuts to me. It's insane. Like, it does not feel like it's been that long. They had music back in the caveman. Yes, they had music back in the caveman era. Anyway. But yeah, it's it boggles my mind sometimes to realize that these songs are that old. I mean, and it's also like in the last couple of weeks since we've been on the air, my kid turned 21. So yeah, time does not stop. My kid is old enough to drink in the US now. Which is crazy to me. Yeah, so I got into Ska Fest. I got to see all the great ska bands that Riot Squad Media brought into town. I was gonna go to a show Sunday night, but by that point I had seen 16 fucking bands in 2 days. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't really want to go to this. Because the other show we would have played music from last week would have been the one headlined by War on Women, which is a band near and dear to my heart. But they were playing at Amy's Place, which is about the size of this studio combined with my art room. And they've got a band like War on Women playing there, which I found out is because like On the Cinder and Spit Sisters were already booked when War on Women was like, hey, can you get us a show on this date? And she's like, well, and Laura from Riot Squad said, I don't want to step on my friend's toes, but I can see if I can get you on their show. So now you got his band that the last time I saw them, they were playing at Riverworks, playing at a tiny little vegetarian restaurant. And that did not sound like a good time to me. As much as I love that band and as much as they mean to me, I just couldn't do it, man. I'm just like, okay, what time do I got to leave to get there? What time do I got to leave there to get home? And do I really want to be on my feet again after the last 2 days at Ska Fest? And do I want to be in that crowded of a room? And the answer to all of that was pretty much no. So I didn't end up going out Sunday night. Because yeah, that's too many people in one small space. Holy shit, it's music time again. These hour shows go by quick. Coming up this Saturday at Buffalo Ironworks, where I just was this past Saturday, is Burrfest 2025, not Burt Fest, Burrfest. This show supports dog rescue. Let's see here. This is Buffalo Underdogs Rescue and the Buffalo Barkery. Let's read the description here. Buffalo join the Underdogs for an afternoon of local Buffalo music, raffles, drinks, good eats, and lots of fun, all for a good cause. Mark your calendar for Saturday, August 23rd. The doors open at 3 p.m. Live music kicks off at 3:30 p.m. at Ironworks, 49 Illinois Street, Buffalo. Doors will open at 2 for people that want to participate in the basket raffle only. You can get pre-sale tickets that includes 2 raffles entries for $15. Or you can opt into the Buffalo Underdog Superfan combo that includes a general admission ticket, 2 raffle entries, and a limited edition Burrfest tee for $40. Some of the prizes include a signed Dawson Knox Buffalo Bills jersey and a signed Jason Zucker Buffalo Sabres hockey stick. And the bands on this event include Letter to Elise and Off the Wall. And Mookie, apparently, I don't know. It just says Mookie, and it doesn't have a description. Anyway, This is Letter to Elise, and this song is called Make Me Want You on all WNY. Think So Joe Show.
Sleeping under the bed, I'm lying scared for my life. I couldn't get it right till that night, but then you found me, honey, and said hold on tight. We're young, make love in the backseat, too dumb to be numb, but you make me want you. Make me want you, like it's the only thing you ever do. Young trouble minds in the head heat, windows deep down and heavy. You make me want you. Make me want you, like it's the only thing you'll ever do. Woods is going crazy, I was scratching the bed sheets. I'm a little hazy from the moment you met me halfway. A couple months from now, yeah, we'll be sharing the same name. Wondering when we settle down, when we start thinking that thing's lame. I'm like a kid sleeping under the bed. I'm lying scared for my life. I couldn't get it right till that night, but then you found me, honey, and said hold on tight. We're young, make love in the backseat, too dumb to be numb, but you make me want you. Make me want you, like it's the only thing you'll ever do. Young trouble minds in the head heat, windows deep down and heavy. You make me want you. Make me want you, like it's the only thing you'll ever do. If the one for tonight, would you still take a bite? I got a feeling I might. Who gives a fuck about a taxi? Well, not me. And if it were for tonight, would you still take a bite? I got a feeling I might. Who gives a fuck about a taxi? Who gives a fuck about a taxi? You gotta buy.
Letter to Elise on all WNY Think So Joe Show. Song called Make Me Want You. You can catch them as part of Burrfest 2025, supporting dog rescue this weekend at Buffalo Ironworks this Saturday. Good show, good cause, good bands. Like Letter to Elise is one of the coolest bands out there. And there's also Off the Wall is playing that, which is, if I had to see a cover band, that's the one I'd probably go see. Not really a cover band, dude, but I've heard Off the Wall. I've seen them a couple of times. They're not bad. But yeah, we're almost done here today. We've got 10 minutes left in this show. These hour shows go by quick. After the show today, I'm going to get back to painting. And tomorrow I'm supposed to be getting some materials, and I have a very different style painting in mind that some of you will really appreciate if it comes out the way I think it's going to come out, and some of you might not. Some of you might be, why are you painting Why are you painting wrestlers that have been dead for 10 years? But you'll see that one soon. Follow me on Instagram, ThinkSoJoE. Facebook, official ThinkSoJoE. But yeah, give me a follow, give me a like, do all that. You see the paintings, just hit that heart button, hit that thumbs up, hit something. I don't know. Get my content seen by more people. Is that can of soup painting art? Yes, it is. I saw a guy on YouTube, and all he does is he puts like a vinyl decal down on the stencil, or on the canvas, of like an NFL team logo, right? Like, so I watched him do. I watched him do the Kansas City Chiefs, I think was the one he did, and I seen him do a Buffalo Bills one. But like he'll put the stencil down on the canvas, and then he'll just pour paint all over the canvas to spin the damn thing, right? And apparently, like, people are in his comments like, that's not art. How can you call that art? Like, he's creating something out of nothing, basically, right? Like, art is what you know, anything can be art. There is an art to just about anything. So yeah, Andy Warhol painting the Campbell soup can, yeah, absolutely. 100% art. And then he influences idiots like me who do shit like this Aussie painting back here. You know? It's like, when I started painting, and when I wasn't even doing it to try to like sell the paintings and make money, like I did paintings of my band to put up in our practice spot. And some dude got really fucking mad about it. Really mad. Like, yelling at me in my comments, you can't do that kind of art. I've been doing that kind of art since the 80s. I learned from Andy Warhol, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, okay, you took inspiration from Warhol. I took inspiration from Banksy. It's all just fucking stencil art on a goddamn canvas, bro. Like, it's not complex. Like, I ain't stealing you. And I wasn't even, at the time, I wasn't even trying to, like, profit off of it. You know what I mean? Like, but this dude got really butthurt and then blocked me because I was painting pictures of me and my friends. Like, dude, I appreciate that you are a Warhol-inspired artist. I'm a Banksy-inspired artist. 9 out of 5 out of 10. What? Yeah, this Ozzy painting's been in the background for like over a month now. I painted it like I think the day after Ozzy died. And then like Hulk Hogan died like 3 days later, and I'm like, I ain't painting that fucker. Fuck that guy. Then I did other 80s shit. Like Alf and Pee Wee Herman. But yeah, I got my I just did a series of Jokers. Did Jack Nicholson. I did Cesar Romero. I did Heath Ledger. And I did the Arkham Asylum Joker because I wanted to do a Mark Hamill, but I didn't want to do the animated series. And then I did The Mask. I got I'm not going to say what's on the canvas here, but it's so far I think it's going to come out pretty good. I've only gotten a couple of the stencils down. So, but yeah, I mean, if you can create art, create art. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you're copying this guy, you're copying that guy. So what? As long as you ain't, like, I ain't sitting here painting 4 Marilyn Monroe paintings with 4 different background colors. You don't, like, I'm not doing Andy Warhol's art. I'm doing my art of, like, pop culture icons, obviously, which is what Warhol was doing. But, like, this dude who got mad at me for it, he wasn't doing anything original or unique. He's doing the same shit Warhol did. So, you know, but it's all art. If I wanted to sit here and paint a Campbell soup can, I don't know if I could do it. I'm not a great artist. I do good art. I do art people like. Which is cool to me, like I, a year ago, I wouldn't be sitting here like, oh yeah, I'm look at this painting I'm doing. A year ago, I wouldn't be like, oh, hey, I did this gallery back in April at Timeless Babes, like, it's just me doing shit that I enjoy doing, and people seem to like it. And I've had commissions, and but I've got boxes of paintings just sitting here. Like, oh, I gotta put these up on Etsy at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. Anyway, coming up next Wednesday, if you want to skip the show and go see a cool band instead, Wednesday, August 27th at 5 p.m., it is Grosh, Grosh Prime, they're calling it, because it is Grosh featuring Alex MacArthur, Harry Grazer, and Zach Ward. And that is at Larkin Square, 745 Seneca Street here in Buffalo. And admission and parking are free. Food and drink is available for purchase. No coolers, outside food or drinks allowed. Folding chairs are welcome. Again, that's it's basically the length, it's from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. So if you go to that, you're either listening to us on headphones or listening to us on demand or not listening to us at all. But for Grosh, I forgive you. Which been a lot of teases from Megan lately that her previous band, Dirty Smile, might be up to something. So stay tuned, and we'll find out more about that as that comes out. But in the meantime, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. It's just me. I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And this is a song by Grosh. It's called Don't Trust Nobody. And I, and hopefully John, will see you next week.
It's not that I'm jealous, I don't want anything for me. You owe me nothing, I'm glad for the same air we breathe. But something's not right with the way that you smile. And all I wanna know is what I have for a while. Is it good? Love, did you find it where you are? Or did you just go back? 'Cause that reminds me of your past over and over. I see this face again, and I don't trust nobody with your heart. No, I don't trust nobody with your heart. Where are you going? I see your back is to me as you stand at the bow. You're looking out at a sea of thieves. You surrender your heart before the raid even starts. But oh, I know that you could win if you would stand. And I may not be good enough, but all I want for you is perfect love, and that's hard to find after the fall. But I could bring you back and show you that it's safe to land. You're worth so much more